Hello everyone, and welcome to our weekend reflection brought to you by Spirit Juice Studios. This week in the Gospel, Jesus uses the parable of the talents. When we think about talents, we think of, okay, that a talent, which would be one skill, or we think of, oh, is it that one coin? But actually, a talent was a unit of measure at this time period. So if you could imagine, a talent would be like a crate filled with like 130 pounds worth of resources. So to put it in perspective, that one talent is still quite a bit. It's quite a bit of resources. The reality is that each one of us has resources that God has given us. As people who are engaged in the sacramental life of the church, we receive the Eucharist. God has given you particular gifts, talents, if you will, resources to use. The one who was given 5, that he multiplies it. The one with 2 does the same. But the one with 1 talent, what happens? He's afraid to use those resources, and he's really selfish. And then Jesus even says, well, why didn't you just at least invest all those resources and I could have got some sort of return? But the one thing Jesus does not do is give him a pass on that. If you look throughout the scriptures, that many times whenever God intersects himself into our lives, the first thing he says is, be not afraid. God calls us to be courageous. And it's not something we do on our own. He gives us the grace to do those things. But to be frozen and to be selfish and not use our gifts is not something that's acceptable to God. We don't receive the Eucharist and the other sacraments just for ourselves to sit on and go home and do nothing. But God gives us resources and talents to change our world. And you may think, well, I don't have big responsibilities, or I'm not a priest, I'm not a nun, but it doesn't matter. In the mission field that God has placed you in, there is something specific for you to do. God has something for you to do right where you are, with the people who are around you. And don't be afraid. Pray to God for courage. Pray for the ability to step out and use those gifts and talents. Take a risk and help build the kingdom of God.